Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with a Millennial. I'm the Millennial, Javeda Bay, and this is my bed, and it's a new month. It's September, which means it's also Sexual Health Awareness Month. So, I'm just talking about sexual health this month, because that's what the month is, and this is my web series. I can do what I want. Also, we don't talk about it enough because, our country, our world, talking about sex, So, that's what we're talking about today. What is sexual health and wellness? So, let's get into it. So, what is sexual health and wellness? Well, the World Health Organization defines sexual health as a state of physical, emotional, mental, and social well being in relation to sexuality, which is a very, very broad definition. And you might be wondering, what the heck does that mean? To make it easier to understand, it covers a lot of different things, from like your relationships with others to your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your body, hygiene, exercise, and not for losing weight and things of that nature, but for stamina and flexibility in the bedroom, and other reasons, because the more you move different parts of your body, it's a trickle effect. It's good for you. Exercise is good for you. As much as I hate it, I do have to admit. Also, communication skills. That is a part of sexuality and sexual health. Actually knowing how to talk to people about a bunch of different things, including sex. So again, talking about sex, also STI testing, masturbating, those things that you naturally think of when you think of sexuality. Exploring your sexuality, understanding your sexuality is a part of your sexual health. So if you're questioning your sexuality, if you are like, I don't know how to explore this, that's a part of your sexual health. Processing emotions, it's a big part of sexual health. Understanding emotions, getting in touch with emotions is a part of your sexual health. As much as everybody likes to act like emotions have nothing to do with anything, emotions are a part of you, so they have something to do with everything, including your sex life, including every other part of your life, not just sex. But emotions, they're a part of your sexual health as well. And then things like therapy, dating, safer sex practices, obviously things that also connect to your sexual health. So basically that broad definition is broad because so much goes into sexual health. It is not just, okay, well, I got STI tested, or okay, I used lube, or okay, yes, I'm happy that you did those things. And also there's other things that you might also be overlooking because we don't talk about sexual health enough enough in this country. And you know me, I don't like that. So we're going to do that right here, right now. You might be wondering why is it so important to talk about, Jave? I understand sex. I know how to talk about sex with partners. That should be good enough, right? Yes and no. It's very good that you can have those conversations with people. But what about situations that aren't just actually engaging in sexual activity with another person? Because even those activities, those actions are not just one-sided, like, cool, we had sex, boom. Other things come up, whether it's physical things related to what happened after, like, did you pee afterwards, or did you go get STI testing, or if it's the emotional aspect or the mental aspect, like, how do you actually feel? Is this somebody that you want to keep talking to? Or are you like, actually, that was lackluster, you're lackluster, I don't think we need to continue. All of that goes into this conversation. So even if you think you are a gold star, it's your safer sex practices and talking to people about sex, there are probably some other areas that it's like, I guess I could pay a little bit more attention to, and that's okay. Even I, as a sex educator, a sexual professional, have some areas that I know I need to work on. And exercise is one of them, y'all. These hips need to really be worked out because I should be able to be on top a lot longer than I am. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things. And don't feel bad if there are some areas of your sexual health that you don't feel like you're up to par, air quotes, because what's up to par? Who knows? You're not alone. No one is perfect when it comes to their sexual health. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. And that is coming from someone who thinks that they are perfect in every way possible. There are some areas where I'm not, and that's okay. But talking about sexual health and wellness is extremely important because, as I said, especially if you're in the United States, sex ed, who is that? Who is she? I don't know her. Not really taught. And if it is taught, it usually is not taught to the full breadth of things. It's like that freaking scene from Mean Girls. Don't have sex. If you have sex, you'll get pregnant and die. Okay, take some rubbers. It really doesn't hit all the pieces it needs to unless you stumble upon profiles like this one or some of the amazing other sex educators I know. But talking about sexual health is important because it helps, one, to normalize it, so that way we aren't being awkward when people actually bring up like, hey, can we just like have a heart-to-heart conversation about emotions and how we're going to manage them if we're just having fun with each other and not trying to get into a relationship. Because that's a conversation that I'm pretty sure most of us have never had with any of our like hookups or friends with benefits. But it's a reality. Like after a while, you are spending so much time with a person that you're like, am I catching feels? That's normal. What's not normal is the way we like beat around the bush and act like we're not, and then just like dig a deeper hole. No, that's why did we make that the normal part and not just having a direct conversation like, hey, how are we feeling about this? Maybe we should like take a couple weeks off, give ourselves some time to come back to like baseline and then pick this back up again. Or like maybe we run our course together. Like that's a normal conversation that we can have. Also, why are we not talking about sexual health with people in our lives? Like we should be talking about it more like, hey, you, my best friend, are you doing this thing? Like, do you feel like you do this part of your sexual health well? Like, we should talk about it. We need to normalize it because we all have shared experiences. They might not be exactly the same, but they're usually pretty similar because we all are human at the end of the day. So we need to talk about sexual health. We need to talk about sexual health and wellness because we don't want other parts of our lives to fall by the wayside because we're not seeing how it's connected to sexual health. And then it just like has this trickle down effect. And then you're just like, no. So what I'm basically trying to tell you right now is that you should talk about sexual health with anybody and everybody that you can. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, don't worry. That's coming up next week. I got an episode talking all about how to talk about sexual health with folks. But I just want you to start thinking about these different areas. So think about sex, sexuality, and the physical aspect. Think about how you're engaging. Like, are you actually like thinking about what positions feel good for your body? Are you thinking about, oh, are my hygiene things up to par for what I want to do? Are you thinking about actually taking care of yourself and getting enough sleep and drinking enough water? Because drinking water is important for your sex life. Dehydrated sex is not fun. So are you thinking about these different things? Are you thinking about the emotional aspects? Are you over here like trying to push the emotions away like they don't exist? They do. I see you. The emotions exist and you have to acknowledge them. You have to process them. You can't just think that they're going to go away without ever touching them or paying attention to them. They're not. They're going to sit there and bug you until they break through. So are you paying attention to that aspect of your sexual health? Are you paying attention to the mental aspect of your sexual health? Again, also important. I can't remember now which episode I talked about it on, but there was one point where I was like, are you making decisions, like masturbate before you make big decisions? I think that goes in line with like mental health. Are you like actually clearing space mentally and physically in alignment with like sex to do the things you want to do and understand them properly? Like, are you making space for like your mental health as it relates to your sexual health? Because you should. And then like your social well-being, please. Yes, you can have sex by yourself. I obviously encourage it. Masturbate till the sun sets, baby. But there are social aspects engaged with it. We have to understand how to like get better at dating and like building relationships with people. So pay attention to all that. Don't just think that, oh, well, I know how to find somebody to sleep with and I know how to have sex and like they say I'm good, so obviously I'm good. There's so much more than just that. So much more. And this month we're going to dive into it because we should. Because I want us all to be like our most healthiest sexual selves possible. So if you want that, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because new episodes all month long. And I promise you're going to get new episodes all month long this month. And definitely make sure you follow me on all the social media platforms because I post different content on them. So if you want more, if you want all the things I'm offering, you got to be following me everywhere. And definitely make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter because everybody that's subscribed there, they learn everything first. So if you want to be first, go get on that list. But yeah, make sure you follow me on all the platforms. You're subscribed to the email newsletter and you're subscribed to this YouTube channel because the content's gonna be flowing and we are prioritizing our sexual health and wellness this month and always, but like definitely this month. But yeah, until then, I'm gonna see you later. Deuces.